Real Madrid eye up a sensational double signing. The UEFA Nations League have the 4 finalists confirmed, Barcelona begin their search for a Luis Suarez replacement, and Fellaini joins the delusional crew. That and more coming up in the next few minutes, as I'm your host Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, and Real Madrid have finally come to the conclusion that the rest of the world has come to, the fact that you need 2 players to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. Just having one guy to replace him not only puts a huge burden on his shoulders, but it's not really possible, as seeing as there's only 1, maybe 2, of Cristiano Ronaldo. So in an attempt to replace him, they are looking first off at Christian Eriksen. Now, Eriksen does have 18 months left on his Tottenham Hotspur contract, however he's failed to sign a new deal at the moment, meaning that Spurs could look into cash on him sooner rather than later. This is because if he lets his contract run down, he'll end up leaving for a free in the summer of 2020, and that's something that Spurs could not allow to happen. So next summer, or even potentially in January, he could be moving for around 40 to 50 million, which brings me on to the other half of the deal, and also another £50 million signing in Manchester United's Marcus Rashford. I always feel like we haven't seen the best as football fans of Marcus Rashford, as he doesn't get enough opportunities through the middle for Manchester United. Yes, his speed and his dribbling ability are good out on the wing, but to become a real top striker, he needs to be banging them in on a regular basis and not sitting behind Lukaku in the pecking order. If he moves to the Bernabeu, I fully believe he could do this, and with the likes of potentially Eriksen, Bale, Asensio and Isco providing him with opportunities, I'm sure he could become a Real Madrid legend. But moving away from transfer news very quickly into a final roundup of the UEFA Nations League, where last night Holland joined the 3 other finalists in the finals to be held next June in Portugal. But not only did the Netherlands make it through alongside Switzerland, England and Portugal, their draw with Germany last night saw an end to a horrendous year for German football. After a really poor performance in the World Cup this year, an ageing squad looks to have Jurgen Klopp on the edge of being sacked, despite bringing them the World Cup back in 2014. On the other hand though, there could be a changing of European power, as Holland look really strong with a good mix of experienced and exciting young talents. Alongside Matthijs de Ligt, Frankie de Jong and Justin Kluivert, they have a revitalised Memphis Depay after leaving Manchester United for Lyon, and a strong new captain in Virgil van Dijk, which could mean that Netherlands are a team to look out for in the next Euros and beyond. But back to the transfer news very quickly, and Barcelona have started their search for a Luis Suarez replacement. Now, I'm not saying they're going to replace him immediately, but Suarez is 31, so you don't blame the board for having one eye on the future. Lille's Nicolas Pepe, Frankfurt's Luka Jovic and Genoa's Christophe Piontek are all supposedly on the list, and having smashed in the goals and started the season in fantastic form, it's no wonder that they're being looked at by Barcelona and the rest of Europeans' top clubs. After a fantastic start to the season, which has seen all 3 of them bang the goals in for their respective clubs, it's no wonder that teams across Europe, including Barcelona, have been looking at their signature. But what do you guys think? Should they be replacing Luis Suarez at the end of the season, or does he have a few more years left in the tank? I'll leave a poll right about here so you guys can have your say. And lastly, we spoke yesterday about Dejan Lovren saying something stupid in the media and then being made to look even more stupid on the football pitch, and now we have someone else to join that delusional crew. It's Fellaini. Yesterday, in an interview he gave, he said that Manchester United aren't that far off Manchester City as the table would suggest, and also in terms of quality, they're not far off their Manchester rivals. This, unfortunately, is a very stupid comment. Now, I don't know if during his haircut they actually cut off a bit of his brain as well, but Fellaini, how can you not see how far off Manchester City you actually are? In the table, they are 12 points off. After 12 games, Manchester United have never, in Premier League history, been as far off Manchester City as they are currently. So that's the first comment completely debunked. And secondly, he said that the league is more competitive nowadays, that Manchester City could end up losing. This also is a pretty ridiculous comment, as last year Manchester City won the Premier League with a record number of points and with a record number of wins. So they literally are winning and smashing records in apparently a better league nowadays. So not only has Fellaini tried to say that the league is more competitive, he's also proved how good Manchester City are by smashing a league that is more competitive. And if all those facts weren't good enough for you, just look at the Manchester derby when it was clear that Manchester City outclassed United. Now, I'm not a hater of United, I'm not a hater of Fellaini, and I'm not a Manchester City fan, but the facts are there for everyone to see, and it's as clear as day that the blue half of Manchester is far ahead of the red half. But that's all we've got time for today. Make sure you click here to check out all the other videos we've got going on Onefootball. Smash the like button down below, and please let me know in the comments section just how far the United and City gap is. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.